Hello everyone, and welcome back to another masterclass here at the 2020 Wine and Dine Festival in Hong Kong, and we are live right now. So if you're watching, please make sure that you comment, ask us anything you want to know, please ask along. It is the final day of masterclasses, and don't worry, you don't have to be sad, because you can watch all of this on masterclasses.discoverhongkong.com in the archive. You can watch anything you want, you can watch it all over again, go and buy some ingredient packs that are still available online, purchase those, go and watch the archive again, cook with us, sharing is caring, and get lots of Instagram likes. Okay, so today we're going to continue our theme of new picks in town, and I'm just so happy that we can introduce such an amazing cuisine, such an undiscovered cuisine for us in Hong Kong, and it's I'm just so happy to do it. So help me welcome Chef Ricardo, the executive chef of MONO. Chef Ricardo. Chef Ricardo Chaneton de Venezuela.
Muy bien.
Bienvenido.
Excellent. Thank you.
So what are you going to cook for us today?
Well, we're going to cook a version of Venezuelan Tamal, which we call it bollo. This version have chicken, sofrito, very typical profile of flavor from Venezuela. And it's my way to say to Hong Kong what is Venezuelan cuisine, no? Somehow. Tamal is a name that is very associated to Mexican cuisine, let's say. But tamal is very interesting because from Mexico to Argentina, you're going to find a version of tamal. Often call it differently. Often do it with banana leaves, often do it with corn leaves. But we all share that corn dough.
The connection to corn.
Correct.
Right.
So it's a dish.
So just to explain a little bit in Cantonese maybe. I know you speak Cantonese.
Please. No, I understand a little bit.
咁我哋今日會做一個叫 tamale 嘅嘢咧，咁喺 Venezuela 會叫 tamal。咁佢哋係用粟米粉去做嘅嘢嚟嘅。咁喺南美嚟講咧，好多唔同嘅國家咧，就係用佢哋嘅版本嘅。咁今日咧，我哋就會做佢屋企 Venezuela 嘅版本啦。Okay, so let's have a look at the ingredients we're going to use today. So tell us what the ingredients are.
So for ingredients, we have two kind of bell peppers. We have red bell pepper, green bell pepper. We have tomatillos. Tomatillos, not well-known ingredient in Asia most of the time, but more like a gooseberry family, physalis. We have some chicken, we have cumin, we have annatto seeds, which is a spices that we use a lot in Venezuelan cuisine. Smoked paprika, avocado, corn, which is the main ingredient of today, and the banana leaves as well, a little bit garlic.
What would separate Venezuelan cuisine is probably these seeds here, right?
Yeah, well, in Colombian cuisine also you can find it in another name, achiote. Achiote in Colombia, in Venezuela we call it onoto, and in English it's annatto seeds.
Annatto seeds.
Actually, an interesting fact about this, if you know the mimolette cheese in the French cuisine, you know the color, the yellow color that it has?
Yeah.
It comes from these seeds.
Ah, so it's from the flower.
Raku, they call it in French.
Okay.
It's for a color, color, intense color.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense now. Now I know exactly what you're talking about.
This is not like you're going to find a strong smell or flavor. It's more this kind of like I call it like the umami of the Venezuelan people when they do hallacas or they do bollos, this kind of preparation. You always have that earthiness and that beautiful color that they give you, and the aroma as well. So that's more the interesting
Venezuela 裏面咧，其實最重要咧係用呢種嘅籽嘅，咁佢來自一個花嘅，咁佢叫另外一個國家咧就叫annatto seeds 啦。咁其實佢聞落去咧 ，it's very earthy.
Very earthy.
And a little bit like, how do I say? It's almost like oaky.
Okay.
Like tannins from an oak. Yeah, like it's very nice.
Very nice.
And very foreign to me.
Very, you're going to find it often. Just to give you a little bit of idea, the star anise, okay? You have a flower, the star anise. Imagine that flower a little bit bigger, and in every petal of that flower, you're going to find 3 or 4 of these seeds. So what I want to say is that star anise and the annatto are very similar in shape.
Okay.
These people at home can identify a little bit where the annatto coming from. No?
Great. Okay, let's get to
interesting.
cooking, chef.
Let's get to cooking. So I have already my peppers and my onions here. Like you can see, a little bit of garlic as well. And what I want to start is the sofrito.
Okay.
Sofrito, normally we do with ají dulce. Ají dulce, imagine the habanero ají. You know the habanero?
Yeah.
It's ají, they're very round and very spicy.
Okay.
We have the same in Venezuela, and it's autochthonous from Venezuela. It's the ají dulce, which means it's a sweet habanero,
Sweet habanero.
that is no spicy, and it's very, very intense Venezuelan flavor, I call it.
Okay.
And this is the DNA of the Venezuelan cuisine.
Okay.
The only
So,
thing is you
hold on
cannot
one second.
find in Asia.
通常咁樣咧，佢哋就會用一個叫 habanero 嘅 chili 咧，咁但係佢個國家咧就有一種甜嘅 habanero 嘅，即係咪辣得嚟咧，仲有啲甜味喺裏面嘅咧。咁通常咧，佢哋就 Venezuela 咧就會用呢種嘅辣椒咧去做佢哋嘅 spice 嘅 base，去做呢個sauce 嘅 base 叫做 sofrito 啦。
One thing very interesting about South American cuisine is we don't use too much dairy.
Okay.
Our dairy is very limited to pastry.
Okay.
When we cook, we often very often we use oils. And that's what I say always to my guests when they come to the restaurant is Latin American cuisine and Asian cuisine somehow is very similar. Not only because we don't use dairy, it's because we share so many ingredients. Originally from South America, but you use very often in the Asian cuisine. Also, for example, I give you the example of the jicama. The jicama we use a lot in the restaurant, but it's originally from Mexico. But in the Filipino cuisine, Indonesia, but also Hong Kongese cuisine, you find it in soups. The same way we cook it back at home. The only thing in Mono, we want to make people try it in another way. So the way we do is raw.
Yeah.
So that brings another dimension of that vegetable that we all know it in a soup or in a stew, but in a raw way. So we can know a little bit better the ingredients.
咁 chef 就話咧，其實咧佢哋 Venezuelan 嘅材料咧，同埋我哋中國嘅材料咧，佢哋唔會即係會有啲 similarities 嘅，即係有啲彼此嘅。咁我哋唔會用太多，佢哋唔會用太多嘅奶粉嘅嘢咧做芝士啊或者牛油啊之類嘅嘢，佢會用油啊。咁其他嘅嘢咧，譬如佢用啲葛啊、粉葛啊之類嘅嘢咧，咁佢哋又會有，我哋都會有嘅。咁就有啲 similarities 咯嗰度。
Correct. So I start. Yeah, I know what you say. Yeah. In the Asian cuisine, we use butter, we don't use cheese, we don't use milk.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's exactly that. It's very similar, but at the same time, it's very different because it's so far away.
Okay. So sweating the onions.
We're gonna sweat the onions to start also frito. You see, I don't have an intense flavor, power. This is a reason. Onion have a high content of sugar. So what I want to do with my onion is not caramelize it straight away. I want to release that sugar, and the caramelization is not going to be into the oil and the onion. It's going to be with the peppers later on.
Okay, so we're
So it's
sweating the
very
onions
slow.
a little bit. 咁我哋如果做呢個 sofrito 嘅底咧，咁就要開始煮你啲洋葱嗰陣時咧，就慢慢去起火去煮啦，就唔好用太大火，因為我哋想佢chef 就想放啲味道出嚟咧，咁佢啲青椒啊、紅椒啊就可以吸收翻洋葱嘅味道啦。
So now, as you see here, I add the garlic after the onion. Garlic is because the properties that have the algae and the way they cut it, it might be too fast cooked. Okay, so I need to rely on the water and the sugar that is going to release the onion to help the garlic to don't get burned.
OK， 咁就唔好喺呢個 point 咧，就千祈就唔好用太高火咧，就會整燶你個蒜頭片啦。啲蒜片咧就好容易燶，就會苦嘅嗰個味道，就慢慢去煮啦。So 我知道而家有好多嘅人咧online 係睇緊我哋嘅。Hi everyone。咁如果有啲咩問題都好咧 ，any questions that you have to our viewers online, thank you so much for tuning in. Ask Chef Ricardo. Chef Ricardo is a South American, and therefore he is the most friendliest of people, right?
Yes,
Sí.
should be.
It's a must.
Es
Right?
verdad.
Yeah.
En Sudamérica somos muy amigables, very friendly.
Very friendly.
Very friendly.
Ongueses también.
Yeah,
Very
sí,
friendly.
It's true. I've been living here for almost 5 years, and I can
Yeah.
say that. I have
Yes.
a lot of Hong Kongese friends, a lot of them, and I love Hong Kong. So in this case, as I mentioned to you, I put the garlic.
Yeah.
Again, sofrito is a preparation that we do for many, many hours. It's not like a 30 minutes or 5-minute thing. It's something that you need to leave it there and patience, okay? So that's why at the beginning we need to start very low fire, okay? So
咁呢個汁咧其實係做幾個鐘頭嘅，咁慢慢咁樣 煮啲原先嗰啲材料有嘅汁喺裏面咧，就煮佢出嚟，就 form 嚟一個汁嘅。咁就真係要用好細火去煮啦。
I don't know if the camera can show this garlic here. It's translucid already. You can see here. So that's what we want, exactly. We don't want color, we just want translucid. And then when the onion is translucid, we add the garlic. When the garlic is translucid, we add the bell pepper. When the bell pepper is starting to be translucid as well, we add a little bit of the water as well, okay?
Okay, so you need to put some love into this cooking because you can't just forget it. You have to look at it
I say love
feel
is
it.
time.
Yeah,
You know?
love is time.
Love is time. So that's the way I give a love to my
You're
to
in
my
Hong
sofrito,
Kong now. Time is money. Love is time, time is money.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Some people need the money for love. Huh?
Oh, no, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that.
So
on to the next part, chef.
The next part, so the spices. The spices is something that in Venezuela we use a lot. It's beautiful the amount of spices we have in Latin America, not only Venezuela. And this is thank you to the British colonies when they came through Guyana. Guyana is very close in the geography. You have Venezuela, you have Guyana in the east, okay? And Guyana, they start to expand all the spices coming from India thanks to the British colony. So one of the spices we adopt we use a lot in Venezuelan cuisine is the cumin. Cumin in this recipe is essential.
So Venezuela 會用好多茴香子去做個味道嘅 base 㗎啦。Oh, quite a lot, huh?
Quite a lot of cumin, yeah.
That's a very Middle Eastern portion of cumin that you put in there.
Yeah, we can say that, yeah. Another thing that make the profile of taste of Venezuelan cuisine very interesting is something that the Spaniards bring with the conquerors. When they come to South America, they bring with them, and it's the capers. Conquistadores, okay? These the capers. Capers in Venezuelan cuisine, and for these kind of dishes, is very important. I don't want to use today, but I want to tell you to imagine a little bit cumin, peppers, onion, and capers. It's a beautiful example of how mixed our cuisine can be, and how mixed it is, and how beautiful those flavors always gonna make us think about Christmas. This is a dish that in Venezuela we only consume and prepare in Christmas. There is a reason of that. As you see, it's a 3 hours preparation for the sofrito. Then you have the dough, you have the leaves of the banana that we're gonna see in a bit. This is a family business. This is something that in Christmas everybody's holidays.
This is very, very similar to many things. So I guess people go and work elsewhere, and then they come back for Christmas,
correct.
and then they have this
Kids
family
are
activity.
in holiday from the school. So grandma.
It's kind of like baozhong in Hong Kong, right?
Exactly.
That
is one more reason why we are so similar. Family values in South America is so important for us, and we also relate food to gatherings in family. So that's remain a holiday dish, okay, Christmas dish.
Great.
So grandma normally
dressed the right way for this dish.
Correct. Grandma actually start always the stew and the sofrito and all these things, and then when the grandsons came and the daughter and the cousins and the uncles, they make a line of production line that we're gonna see in a bit also. Okay?
Very, very nice. So I'm part of this production line now. Great. Well, my rates are $2 an hour.
Okay. So our sofrito is gonna be there at very low heat, and we want them to release all the juices into the pan. And we're gonna leave it there for a while. I have one ready already. Okay. I'm gonna cheat, sorry for that. But I have one because it's very long process, okay? I just wanted to show you how we start the proceedment, okay? And after I'm gonna show you the final result.
So after it starts, then you turn the fire down, then you put the lid on, and then it just cooks for 3 hours.
Correct.
Like that.
Yeah.
And then what we have is?
We have this one here,
Presto.
which is ready already. Okay.
Very nice.
This one it looks like we have tomato paste on it, but it's just the juices of the bell pepper.
The natural juices that have come out.
So we're gonna leave it there to reheat, and we're gonna pass to something else.
Just to recap, what we're doing today is a Venezuelan tamal. If you've just joined us, thank you for coming. And basically what it is in its essence, it is a zhong.
Yes.
So it's what you're putting in. It's flour and it's wrapped in a bamboo leaf.
So we cannot forget something very important about the tamal or bollo or whatever is the name in Latin America. Is the dough is corn. Okay. It's 90% of the times the dough needs to be from corn.
Okay.
Once you have different countries, you're going to have banana leaves or corn leaves.
Okay.
In our case, in Venezuela, we use only banana leaves.
Okay.
We are Caribbean tropical country, so banana leaves is well known to be used in many, it's like a tool for cook many things.
Okay. So it's a zhong with banana leaves.
Yeah, but
Yes.
no
saying it.
flour.
No rice. No rice.
It's
Flour.
corn flour.
So now you're going to burn the...
So now we have the tomatillos here. So while this one is reheating and finishing there, we have tomatillos. Tomatillos is family of the physalis. Physalis is a Latin American, originally, fruit, okay? In Spanish, they call it tomatillos or tomate de árbol sometimes because it looks like a tomato. If you can see here, it's very similar to a tomato. In this case, it's a green tomatillo, and we basically want to burn it.
I think we see it a lot in Hong Kong. 好多時我哋會見到咧喺嗰啲蛋糕上面咧係會有粒即係黃黃地、金金地咁樣嘅色嘅，有啲咁嘅葉嘅。咁呢個就係嗰啲 friend 咯。
They call it gooseberries, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
No? The orange one. Or physalis as well. Okay. So here what we're going to do is we're going to burn the skin a little bit. Okay, we're going to give a black appearance, like you can see here.
And please, if you're trying this at home, do use something other than your fingers to turn the tomatillos. Unless you have a really, really good insurance policy and you want to test it. That's really up to you.
It's beautiful how, for example, in Venezuela, the bollos is a beautiful thing. Grandma boil it.
Yes.
We don't use a steamer.
Okay.
Today I want to use a steamer because what we use in Mono as well, in the restaurant. But Grandma is very funny because she grabbed it with the fingers out of the water, boiling water,
You
straight away.
think that's what makes Grandma funny?
I think so.
Okay, that's interesting.
That we love Grandma so much. It's a superhero, you know?
Wow!
She never
Does she
gets
do like
burned.
kung fu afterwards?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna burn it. No crazy black color burn, okay? But we need to give a little bit of a smokiness. That's the reason why we burn it, because
I mean,
it's smokiness.
Also, 如果你冇呢個火槍嘅話咧，你其實你可以撻着屋企嘅爐啦個火啦，跟住就手咁放上去，咁你就真係唔好用手去攞啦，咁就可能用翻個夾咧喺度夾走佢咁樣。Okay, so we're gonna burn the skin. And then you have some habaneros here.
Here in Hong Kong, if you're lucky, we can find in the wet market. Sometimes they have tomatillos. Huh?
What if
Very
they don't?
rare, but
what if they don't?
You know what? You could do with gooseberries, with the one you can find all the time, the orange one. It might be very interesting.
What if we
sweet.
don't have that budget?
It's not that expensive.
It's quite expensive.
You think so?
Yeah, it's quite expensive.
Okay.
So compared to tomatoes.
Let's
Can
make
we
a
use
guacamole
tomatoes?
then.
My real question is, can we use tomatoes?
Let's do a guacamole, but avocado is more expensive. It's expensive than the tomatillo, I would
Yeah,
say.
okay.
If not, listen, what we do in Venezuela, we do a nice salad, a mixed salad, onion, lettuce, a vinaigrette with olive oil or vinegar, simple, and it goes very well. You need something that is moist with the dish because it's very doughy, okay?
So this is the salsa that goes with the tamale.
In our restaurant, yes.
And then this, what is this? Where is this going to go?
So this one is going to be in the masa, in the dough, that I'm going to make after
Okay, I look
when
forward
I
to
finish this,
trying that.
burning this one, okay? So we're going to burn very uniform.
Right. In true Hong Kong fashion for the 2020 Wine and Dine Festival Go Live, our netizens are very, very active in asking all our chefs about their watches and telling them how good they look. This next question, and thank you so much for asking this question, and please feel free to comment and ask whatever you want. Where do you get your hair cut in Hong Kong?
I don't cut my hair.
You don't cut your hair?
You can see, no?
So it just falls off? Or?
That's my natural hair. I have curly hair. This is my natural hair.
This is your, and
Yeah.
you never cut it?
No, I used to. You see the picture of the thing? I used to pass
Cut
the
it
machine.
yourself?
Only myself.
Oh,
yeah.
he cuts it himself.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the answer is he cuts it himself.
Yeah. It's a good question, that one. Huh?
It's a good question.
Very
It's
good.
a very random question. But
Random is good.
I should be used to it by now. I mean, they keep asking these questions, so.
Well,
Good. Okay, so it's quite charred. You said not that black, but that's pretty black.
yeah, well, some areas are still a little bit green. Okay, so it's a mix of the color there.
Great.
We're gonna set on the side to just to cool down, and
cool
after
down.
we can peel it.
Good.
At the same time, we're gonna start our dough. Okay, our dough we're gonna use pre-cooked corn flour. Okay, it's very simple flour. we was talking before behind the curtains was about the difference of flours, correct? You can
First
find
of all,
also,
we didn't talk behind the curtains.
No, sorry.
Let me
sorry.
tell you.
Behind the,
Be careful
the
when you say
studio.
behind the scenes
It's scenes.
is where we were talking.
Remember, my first language is Spanish, okay? Detrás de escena. Huh?
Sí, sí.
Not even the camerino.
So now
no?
we're using what the Mexicans will call masa.
Yeah, we're gonna do a masa.
And we're
so
gonna
you
do
can
a masa.
find it with purple corn. You can find it with yellow corn, white corn. In this case, it's a white corn, and then it's pre-cooked, and after it's commercial. Okay, we can do it at home, but it's a little bit more complicated. We was also mentioning that the Aztecas, Mayas used to use the lime,
Yeah.
which is a calcium that they make a powder. They dilute it in water, and they put products in there to soak it in there, and then
To soften it up.
soften it up,
So
and
let
then
me
give
just
a certain texture as
Just
well.
explain，因為其實佢呢個麵粉咧，其實係用粟米做嘅。咁其實佢係要用一個好舊嘅一個 process 嘅，因為即係南美西班牙人嚟之前咧已經有呢個 process 喺度啦，就用咗石灰石 ，yes I remembered it， 石灰石咧去浸。跟住溝啲水咧去浸啲粟米嘅，咁啊浸完之後咧洗完之後咧，跟住發乾咧，跟住再磨啲粟米嗰陣時咧，佢就會有種麵粉嗰種黐力咯。如果你唔咁做嘅話咧，咁嗰個粟米咧就會係一粒粒係完整一粒粒咧，就唔會黐埋一齊嘅。所以呢個咧就喺南美咧喺墨西哥咧就愛嚟用去做 tacos 啊之類嘅。Yeah, we use this for tacos in Mexico as well, right?
Could be, yeah.
So
Or
great.
tostada.
Okay, so we're putting this in.
So I'm putting an oil that I also make before.
May I
Please.
try this? This is going to be a culinary experience for me. Wow, it's really in there. There's a lot. And
Yeah.
is it like confit overnight or this
So
oil?
you basically simmer in the oil like at 80 degrees in the sunflower oil, and then you keep it there for 3 hours in the heat, and after you take it out. And once you take it out, what you're gonna do is basically keep it infused overnight. And after when we use it, we just strain it a little bit, and that's all.
You know, it's kind of got that. If you've, 我唔知大家去過whoa, there's more coming 。我一路食緊有時有其他嘅嘢係出現緊嘅。Is there chili in there or no? That's
No,
just
no
that.
chili.
Okay,
That's the
咁
flavor.
我而家形容下我而家食緊嘅嘢咧。咁其實咧佢係有一種個油咧係有一種如果去橄欖園啱啱攣咗嗰啲橄欖咧，就攞嗰啲橄欖油，佢仲有一種草香嘅味道喺裏面咧，就有呢種味道啊。跟住之後咧係有種辣咧係會即係拗痕你個喉嚨咁樣嘅，係好得意咧呢件事。我以為佢會苦，但係完全係冇苦味嘅。如果你完全唔知我噏乜咧 ，good， 你去 MONO 試下就得㗎啦。Oh yeah, the netizens keep going. They're saying that we two look really alike.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So, but when I lived in Europe, everybody said I'm from Peru. Everybody,
Yeah, could be.
Because I was short enough to be from Peru. So it's not that far from Venezuela, I can imagine,
no.
right?
No. Well, it is maybe a 6-hour flight.
Drink enough chicha, I'll become
Chicha.
Peruvian, right?
You try chicha?
Yeah.
We have a chicha now in the restaurant. It's very
No,
interesting.
don't tell me that.
Yeah, but it's not too high in alcohol. Don't worry.
No, but that's like chewing and spitting and...
No.
No,
We
no,
don't
no.
do like that.
Okay,
We
okay,
follow
let's not
French
go there.
standards.
Okay,
Very,
good,
very
good,
elegant. But yeah, we have a chicha in the restaurant now, but it's made with cacao.
Oh, okay.
So in the restaurant now, we're doing a dessert with fresh cacao pods that we import from South America, and we do our own chocolate.
Okay, so just to explain what chicha is at home, chicha is an alcohol that is very famous in South America. In Peru, it's very famous because old grannies gather together, chew corn, spit in a bucket, and then it becomes alcohol somehow. It's magic of
Yeah,
the
fermentation.
Mayans or something,
Yeah.
or the Incas. And they're now doing it with cacao chocolate pods.
Yeah, cacao pods, fresh pods that we use the beans to make the
Is
chocolate.
it illegal to get the beans?
No.
Just the leaves are illegal.
No, the coca leaves for the tea. Yeah,
Yeah.
This is illegal. But actually, the cacao pods is very easy to get. It's very difficult to get the chocolate afterwards.
Okay, chef, how can I
Can you
help
help me here to add more oil?
Add more
Chaneton?
oil. Okay, so let me get
Add
this
oil. Add oil.
out of that. 加油.
Let's go. Add
You
more
are very
annatto oil.
Chinese, I see.
No, add oil.
So,
Okay.
¿Cuándo?
But the idea is that this one you pass it through here.
Sí, sí, sí,
Okay.
sí, sí.
Yeah. There you
Pero hay
Okay.
mucho, mucho,
A little
mucho.
bit more. Un poco más. Una cucharada más.
Un poco más.
Yes. There you go. Very good. So I'm
Okay.
using, I don't know if you see, I'm using the dough. I'm putting some hot water, okay, to help me to be a little bit more easy to mix it. I go slowly because I'm wearing white and it's going to split everywhere. And then the oil is going to give me a beautiful color as well.
Good. I'm just arm's length distance from you, so.
That's getting too
Okay,
close.
so I'm told we need to speed up. We're having too much fun, chef.
Okay.
How can I help you? One
need
of
to
the
speed up?
netizens is asking, how do we choose a good avocado?
With avocado, well, depends of the variety, no? In South America, we have avocado that we shake it like that. If the seed is no stick to the flesh, it's good to
It's a
to
good
eat.
one. Yeah,
And
that
you-
doesn't really happen in Hong Kong, though.
No.
The
I never
climate
see
doesn't-
something like
yeah.
that. Never see something like that.
I've seen some really monster avocados recently. They're like this big.
Maybe from Taiwan, probably.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Some kind of like nuclear country, maybe. I was like, that's a really big avocado.
Can I have
All
a
right.
little bit more water,
Yes. Yes, chef. Tell me when, chef.
please? All right. More.
More, más.
Yeah, perfect.
Stop. Okay.
Okay.
So it's quite a labor-intensive sort of situation,
Yeah.
and I think you do really need the full family
To help you.
to
over,
help
yeah.
you out, right?
Yeah, that's why either you can do it with a lot of people or you do in 2 days also, no? The
Okay.
sofrito, and then the dough you need to do at the moment that you're going to assemble the tamales. But it's something that is labor intense and it's a lot of things going on, even though the dish looks so simple at the end, no?
So what can I help you with? Can I
So-
put the chicken in there? Or?
Yeah, so now this one is done. We're going to set it aside.
Okay.
Okay, this one is, we can stop doing
Doesn't
this.
trust me to work for him.
No.
I'm not family. I'm just Peruvian at this moment.
So this one we put it here.
Okay.
This one we put it on the back, please. This one we can take it out from there.
Let me just take
Just this one.
this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here we have the
Hasta
chicken
luego.
that we boiled before. Okay, we boil it until it's very fully cooked. Okay, and then we're gonna shred it.
Shred it.
And this one we're gonna place it.
Saucy guy.
We're gonna place it inside of our sofrito. Okay. If you need, we can add a little bit of the hot water that we have there.
Would you like
Please, yes, please. We're gonna increase the temperature.
Un poquito de agua.
Muy bien, así está
Bien.
bien. We're gonna mix all together. Okay, and this is el guiso, no? Now it's a guiso.
It's a
Before
stuffing.
was a sofrito.
Okay.
Once you add the meat and you almost have it ready, you have a guiso. Guiso
Okay.
is a stew kind of thing.
Yeah. And then how are we going to mix it
So
back
this
into
one
the
we're gonna
masa?
back to the masa later on. We're gonna just make it sure it's all homogeneous. Homogeneous? Or no?
Homogeneous.
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 We have a little bit of bay leaf as well inside as a spice.
So they're asking the netizens, thank you again for asking your questions. ¿Cómo se dice delicious en español?
Delicioso.
Delicioso.
Sí. O qué rico también. Qué
¿Qué?
rico. Qué rico.
Qué rico.
Qué rico also, you can say. So here,
But qué like what? Qué rico.
qué rico.
Or one word.
Qué, it could be a question, it could
Okay,
be also
qué rico.
expression.
Oh, I see.
So, qué rico is
Okay.
separate, it's
So
two
is
words.
that very Venezuelan, is it?
No, it's South American.
In South America.
Some Argentinians do it as well a lot.
Okay.
Okay, so here we have the el guiso, okay, that we're gonna put inside of the dough, okay, like this. And then we're gonna, this one I want you to do it, okay? You're gonna put a pair of gloves. That I
Now
have
he's been going to make me work.
here. I have it here. And then you make sure all is homogeneous.
Homogeneo. Ninguna problema.
Ninguna problema. Okay, very good. So meanwhile you do that, we're gonna speed up then with the salsa, okay?
Salsa.
So for the tomatillos, that is quite labor intense as well. I have it ready here. Is the tomatillos. What I do is I take out with the fingers a little bit the skin, the black skin, and I put it in a cutting board and I chop it. I chop it with a knife, and then this one I'm gonna place it here. There's no problem. And then I have one jalapeno here that I basically gonna help with the knife to cut it off.
So you made sort of a Venezuelan version of a salsa verde.
No, this is a salsa verde. In Venezuela, you know, we don't have salsa verde too much. We have other things that we use always avocado, a garlic, onion, kind of like a mojos.
Mojos.
More Caribbean style of sauces. Not too chunky, sometimes a little bit more smooth than the normal salsa verde. No?
Nice.
So we have our jalapeno. Also, thanks to the technique of burning the jalapeno, that is going to help us a lot to cook it a little bit, no?
Yeah.
It's not only for burning, it's also going to
So you burn it and you don't take off the burnt bits, or you?
No, I want the smokiness.
I
really want
to be
the
kept in
smokiness.
there. Okay.
And it get kind of like a beautiful color as well, no? It's rusticity, no? And rusticity sometimes in this kind of dishes is very important because it make you think home, no? It make you think grandma. Grandma is not a fine dining cook, so we try to recreate a little bit her inspiration.
All right, let's talk about like you being in Hong Kong now. You've been in Hong Kong for how long now? You speak perfect Cantonese?
No, perfect. I wish.
Almost perfect.
I wish.
And you've been here how long?
Almost 5 years now.
And why Hong Kong? What's so cool about Hong Kong that you
Hong
want to
Kong,
stay
it
here
was
and
a
open your
beautiful opportunity that I had to work for a hotel. And after the experience in the hotel, I have a beautiful opportunity to partnership and open a restaurant in Hong Kong, where I can express what I believe as a cuisine. No?
And how have we, the Hong Kong people, received you?
Very good, very good. I think we are very similar, like you say. We are very open, very friendly, and I think Hong Kong people is very friendly as well. So people receive me very well, and I think it's the power of adaptability as well that we can have sometimes. No, we need to adapt to where we are and respect the culture as well. No, I think it's the most important and the number one thing when you want to get very well with the culture that you're living with. No.
Nice. Okay, so homogeneo.
Very good.
Finished. Mixed. What next?
Next, you take out the gloves. It's finished for now. And then we're going to finish this sauce, okay?
Take off the gloves.
Yeah. Have a little garbage.
And we just have to go a little bit faster because
no problem.
We're running out of time. Actually, we ran out of time. But thank you for staying with us.
So this one, I'm going to give it to you. You need to blend it all together, okay?
You want it really smashed, huh? This is it's a very shallow bowl. It's almost like a plate. Ah, I understand now. Okay. 即係原本你見到呢啲咁嘅 mortar 咧，你就係想咁樣啦，但係會肥到周圍都係啦，咁就要揼佢嘅。I dub it. I'm enjoying this dubbing action.
So here, basically, the next step is going to assemble the thing. This is going to need to be cooking a steam, okay, for around 5 to 7 minutes, depending on the steamer that you have, if it's very strong or not. We're going to put in a mold. Normally, grandma doesn't use a mold. I just want to keep the shape a little bit more square.
Yeah. So if you don't have a mold, don't worry about it. You can always keep it in its shape like this.
Okay?
Great.
So this one, we're going to put it on the side. A little paper if you want. So to assemble this, we're going to put this one here. Okay?
Yeah.
And then when we do it at home, what we were saying is like a production line. If we put like this and we pass it to another person. So
okay.
You are in charge of just fold it like that. Okay? Very tight, as much as you can. And then fold it here. Okay? Like this, okay? And then another person will be in charge of
tying it up.
Okay.
Right. So I'll tie that up.
Okay. I can make another one.
Like a little present.
Correct.
And then, did you have some that you made in advance, or?
This one, no, because I wanted to do with you. So, very simple.
7 minutes later. Okay, I tied it like I would a Christmas present. How's that?
No, I'm joking with you. I have some ready there, so you can get it from the
Good.
So you can get it from there, maybe.
Yeah.
It's in the basket.
Wonderful.
Okay. Then
so one leaf on
this
top
one as well,
and then
we're gonna cook all together, anyways.
One goes on here, one goes on here, and just fold over. And before that, what you did was you used the torch to treat the banana leaves a little bit, just to get the oils out.
Correct.
And you get a little bit of charred charredness and
Smokiness.
some smokiness that
Yeah.
comes out of that.
And then flexibility, which is very important when you
Yeah, because if not, then it'll break, right?
break a lot the lips.
Okay.
Okay, so this one we're gonna cook it here. We're gonna let it there. Okay, so basically we're gonna prepare everything for the plating. Okay, for the plating is very straightforward actually. I have our plates here. I have a little board because out of the steamer we need to actually cut it. Okay. Go here, and this one here. Here we're gonna put a little bit of salt, and I want you to try. Okay, be careful. It might be a little bit spicy. I don't know if you like spiciness.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of spiciness is good. I'm not a Mexican. I'm a Peruvian, apparently. I'm Peruvian.
Please go ahead.
Oh yeah, very vibrant, very tropical.
Salt is okay?
The salt is yeah, it's great. It's
Okay.
just wonderful.
So there is another element to the dish that we need to add at the end is crispy corn. So this crispy corn here, I like to use it because it gives you another dimension of the corn. Corn, it could be, in this preparation, very doughy, okay? So we want to cut the doughiness with certain elements, okay? You have the chunkiness of the salsa verde, but you also have the crispiness of the corn. So it's a yellow corn that is deep fried and puff kind of thing. It's not a popcorn, okay?
Yeah.
And then it gives you crunchiness in the dish, which is very, very, very important
It's
in my
very
opinion.
important
okay?
for the balance of the dish as
Correct.
well.
So I just want to show you and show everybody at home also how the tomatillo looks like. And in the restaurant, sometimes we do it the same. When people ask what is a tomatillo, what we do is we cut very thin layers, okay? And we present it on the plate, which I think is very interesting, especially when you have ingredients that you've never seen before.
Yeah.
One of the things also what we do, you see the little leaf of the plantain, the banana leaf that I put on the top. That one I want to use also as a presentation in the plate. Like these people have reference that we use banana leaves on the dish. Okay? So I'm going to put a little, you see, it's very rustic. We don't have any quenelle or any fine dining methods
Yeah, but
of
you
plating.
say that, but that's like pretty good quenelle, to be honest.
No.
Oh, now
Very
you're
simple.
rusting it up.
Very simple.
I mean, come on, that's a pretty good guacamole quenelle.
No. A little bit of this, got a little bit more.
So, I mean, if you don't know, Chef Ricardo once worked in one of the most it's one of the most amazing restaurants in the world. It's Mirazur. And it was #1 on San Pellegrino's 50 best restaurants. And now you're here. You've taken your culture to share with us, which I really, really appreciate.
Yeah, I think when you work in this kind of what we do in Mono actually is exactly that. Is I represent my origins. I make homage to my heritage also. And thanks to the savoir-faire that I learned in France. In France, I work 7 years in Mirazur, like you say. And thanks to Mirazur, it prepared me to wrap all that I have in my backpack and put it in a plate in Hong Kong. There is something that not everybody know about me, but I'm Italian, okay? That's very thing of Latin American people is we are from many worlds, you know, a lot of immigration. So
yeah, I know
I'm Italian somehow. My passport is Italian.
For Argentinians, there are a lot of Italians in Argentina, but in Venezuela, I had no idea.
Yeah,
now you look like a mafiosi. Now when you say it, now we start speaking Italiano.
Of course. Yeah, no, I'm Italian too, and I really reflect that kind of like a beautiful heritage that I have from Italy in the restaurant with some dishes as well.
Right, so I don't know if you know, there is an amazing man on this planet. His name is Nelson, and he is the chairman of the Hong Kong Sommelier Association. And he is when he turns to pairing wine or alcohol with food, he is my guru. So can we invite him over to have a discussion? Nelson! Hi! Nelson. How are you?
How are you?
And Nelson has looked at what you're going to cook today, and he's going to introduce to us an amazing drink to go with your food. So Nelson, what are we going to drink today?
Yeah, I saw a lot of spices, and I smell and I taste them before. It's really wonderful. And actually, what I have done today is, it's look like wine, but actually it's not wine. But we put in a wine glass, it's no problem at all. Okay, actually, this is the special handcrafted beer from Hong Kong.
Oh,
actually.
wow.
Yeah.
The MSG allergic mad scientist.
Yes. Why it is mad scientist? Because it's infused coffee into the beer, and that's why it carries some chocolate characters as well.
Ah,
Well,
it's
actually,
very, very deep.
may I
flavor.
explain a little bit in Chinese to all our audience? 記住，香料配紅酒，死咗99。Except yesterday when we talk about the special chicken curry that we can go with a very unique red wine. But most of the time we don't pair red wine
Yes.
with very
Spicy food.
strong character foods. But today I saw all your preparation is really wonderful, and all different kind of flavor, different kind of spices, and also at the end that you get a very starchy goodness together, dumpling like, and that's why I think a beer will go very well. Particularly this one is not very high in the IBU. IBU means the bitterness unit. This one is just only 28. Okay, this one is just only 28, and that's why it's really matched with all these.
I'll talk about the beer, and you put the dish on the plate because I can't wait to taste it together. So this is called Hunk Sir.
Hunk Sir,
Made in Hong Kong, Hunk Sir.
Yes, from Heroes.
From
Hero actually is one of the
Heroes beer
factory
company.
in Hong Kong.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. I've never seen
And
this
they
before.
have so many different kind of beer, and this is one of it. And this, I like this character because I tasted before. It get a kind of smokiness, very echo with chef's cuisine, because the banana leaf, he burn it,
Yeah.
get the smokiness.
Yeah.
He also burn the
Tomatillos.
tomatillo
yeah.
and also the jalapeno pepper as well. That's why you get all this mixed together.
And
then
you
it enhance,
use,
yeah.
use the chocolate to cacao to make your own chicha.
Yeah.
So this is also a little bit. This is a really good selection.
I think it's a perfect pairing.
Yeah.
In Latin America,
You
we
like
love.
it?
We don't have good wines
Yeah.
except Argentinians. Sorry for
Enjoy.
that.
Take
Oh,
that.
thank you very much. But I think beer is a perfect match for this dish.
Okay,
definitely.
so the tamal is out. Look at that.
Much is out. Like I said before, I put a little bit of the banana leaf also to make reference to how we cook it, the way we cook it. It's steamed with the banana leaf. And then basically with the spatula here, we can just place it on the dish.
This is a Venezuelan spatula.
Yes.
It's beautiful. It really is a beautiful spatula.
And then we just finish with the
With
crispy
the
corn that I
crispy
mentioned
corn.
before.
You gotta have a little crunch in something, right?
Correct.
Amazing.
Oh, that's the Venezuelan tamal.
Chef,
Cheers.
Gracias.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Thank you. Perfect pairing.
cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us today. And those who joined us and kept watching, thank you so much for staying with us. I know we went a little bit over time, but it's Venezuela, you know, you got to enjoy life
Very
a little,
far
just
away.
like the South Americans,
Take
right?
it easy.
And so it's been wonderful. It's been the most awesome time to hang out with you, to hang out with the chefs, and to have the chefs impart a lot of their knowledge, a lot of their culture onto us. If you want to watch this again, please do. Please go onto our archive and watch us again and again and share. The website is masterclasses.discoverhongkong.com. For some of the recipes, you can still buy the ingredient packs, so you can buy those and then go home and then watch the masterclass and then cook together with us. Please do that. At 3:15, we'll have Antonio, who is a really, really fine mixologist, and we have Timmy, who's a coffee art extraordinaire. So we're gonna take Johnny Walker and then mix it with coffee art. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but it sounds delicious. So make sure at 3:15 to tune into that. And yes, we'll see you again in the archive. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.